answer is no. Why you gotta be so rude? Don't you know I'm human too?
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing something a bit different from my usual videos. I've been wanting to make topic-based videos for quite a while now, but I just really wanted a name for it, and obviously I've came up with a name now and it's called Sherry's Thought Bubble. Credit goes to my boyfriend though, because he actually thought of the name.
You have to credit it to me.
Yeah, I will.
I swear to God, no, I'm kidding.
I'll explain that you came up with it. He came up with it super fast, so I don't know how he thought of it that quickly, but I think it sounds really cool. So as you can tell from the title below, I've decided to talk about rude people and how being rude gets you nowhere. I think I've always had this opinion, like I've never really been a rude person, and anytime people are rude I always look down on them, but recently something happened which really made me think about it, and this is why I decided to make this video. Okay, so story time. My parents and my boyfriend and I were going to the footy a couple of weeks ago, and we kept seeing people walking around with ice creams and gelatis, and my boyfriend and I were like, oh my god, we have to find one, they look delicious. So we went on a little walk and we ended up finding this little van, and once we got to the van there was a quite long line, but we didn't really mind. So I think this all begun when we were about a third from the front. And this situation was between two people. The bad person in this situation, that was just call them Sally, because not many people are called Sally, and I'm just going to go with the name Zoe for the good person. My friend's name's Zoe and she's nice, so it works. So what happens is Sally orders an ice cream, and once she gets it, she licks it just to taste it. She said, ew, no, this is really bad, it's clearly off. And Zoe politely says, no, it's not possible, it can't be off or anything. We freeze it in, it's not water, I'm not really sure what the whole process is, but basically she said it's not possible for it to go off, and they keep it in like a really clean environment, and that nothing's wrong with the ice cream, and that she's had no complaints today. And Sally keeps going on and on and on about how they're really bad, and if they aren't bad then Zoe should prove it to her by eating it. So I love this part, but Zoe basically just makes herself a nice ice cream and eats it and says, oh, it's really creamy and yummy, it is really good and clearly isn't off. At this point my boyfriend Blake turns around to me and says, wow, she's been really rude. And obviously she hears us, which doesn't matter anyway, because like everybody was thinking it, he just said it. And she starts explaining to him about how her baby won't eat it if it's clearly off. She just goes on and on and on, and Blake's basically just there like, I don't care, shut up. He doesn't say anything. We're all just thinking that, like, move on. So Sally asks Zoe for a full refund, which I thought was kind of ridiculous because you can't really refund ice cream. I just feel like that's a little crazy. So then Zoe offers a half refund. She said, I'll give you half the money back. And then Sally said, no, I have to have a full refund. At this point everyone around me is kind of like, okay, this lady is really rude. And in my mind I did think she was rude, but I still thought maybe she's really stressed or she's had a really bad day. Like, I know personally I wouldn't do that to anyone even if I was having a really bad day, but other people might be different. So what happens in the next few moments actually made me put her straight into that rude person category. I know that sounds judgmental, but that's just what I took from this situation. Let me know in the comments if you have the same feeling towards it. Maybe you guys would do that. I don't really know, but this is just how I personally feel about what happened. So at this point Sally has two ice cream cones in her hand and she says, no, I want a full refund. She throws them down on the counter while crushing them so that they go all inside the inside of the van, everywhere. Like, think about vanilla ice cream, it just melts. Everyone who saw it in line actually seemed surprised, because although the lady was being rude, it didn't seem like she was gonna go any further. There was even a little boy who was probably about 5. He turned around to his dad and said, that's a really rude lady. And he said, yeah, she's being really stupid. And I thought that was such a good moment, because I think it's really good to teach your kids in actual situations. I don't feel like it's enough to tell little kids to not be rude, but when they see what is wrong and then you tell them that's what they shouldn't be, that's like the best way to learn their lesson. I don't know, I just thought that was a really good moment. I'm like, yes, the dad's doing the right thing. So at this point the lady's just standing there with her arms crossed, just waiting, which I think is just ridiculous. I decided to say something, and I don't regret it. I don't feel like I was rude at all. I just said, you can't expect a full refund if you've just made a mess. Like, you're not actually giving her the whole ice cream back. And I'm pretty sure she just greased me off, but honestly I don't care. I'm not going to take any of those words back because it's the truth. So nothing really eventful happened after that, but I'm pretty sure Zoe had to give her a full refund back because that was the only way she could get Sally to leave. I just think it is so bad when someone treats someone with that much disrespect. Mostly a stranger who, you never know, she could be having the most awful day of her life and that could have tipped her off the edge. Or even if it isn't, like, it's a human. You don't treat humans like that. Like, I don't understand how people can be brought up thinking that it's okay. One thing though that I really, really liked in that situation was the way that Zoe handled the situation. The fact that she got her point across without being rude in the slightest. She didn't have to get on the same level as Sally, I nearly forgot the name, to be able to put her point across. Like, she just explained the situation, which I thought was so good, because even though she ended up having to give all the change back, and in a way people would see it as she lost, she didn't lose because she didn't have to be rude in that situation, and everyone had respect for Zoe. Once Sally left, everyone was like, well done, that was really good, I can't believe that you had to put up with that shit. I think we could all work on being more respectful to one another, mostly when it's strangers. It's obviously always important, but the thing is, if it's with someone that you're close to, you can apologize to them and explain the reasoning behind it. But if it's a stranger, they have no explanation. They could think throughout the rest of the day there's something wrong with me. Like, it could really mess with their self-esteem, which is so awful. Like, I doubt there is many people who are rude to strangers who actually go out there and find that stranger to apologize. That's great if there is people out there, because that's an amazing move, but oh, I just hated that. Let me know in the comments if you have had any similar experiences, just in a situation where someone was being really rude and the other person, or maybe yourself, has handled it really well. Because although I hate hearing about rude people, it is great to hear that people actually stand up for themselves without being just as rude back. It's so good. Anyway, I hope you guys liked this video. I know it's a bit different, but I just thought I'll try it out. Topic wise, I'm not really sure how it's going to work. I'm happy to listen to suggestions, but I don't want to just talk about something for the sake of it, because then you guys will be able to tell that I'm clearly not passionate about it. So I'll always be looking out for things to talk about that I can discuss with you guys, but feel free to tell me any suggestions, because it's probably just going to spark even more ideas in my head. Feel free to leave them below right now, or if you want to be anonymous, you can leave them in my Tumblr ask box, or you can tell me on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. You can tell me anywhere. So that's it for this video. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and if you haven't seen my channel before and you enjoyed this video, feel free to check out more videos and subscribe if you like it, because I love growing my subscribers. Like, I've been amazed by how quick it's been growing lately, so I would really appreciate it. Please remember to comment below your opinion on this topic, and if you have any experiences that you'd like to share to do with this topic, please let me know. It would be so good to read. Bye guys, love you. That's how burgundy is dark red. I didn't know that sometimes I dark red.
The only thing I care about is it's got burger in it. Burger and
On the straps, that's the strap is fine. Oh shit, it's been recording this whole time. Thanks for watching this video. If you'd like to see my past videos, click those thumbnails below. There is a haul that I did recently and also a weekly blog. And if you'd like to follow me on my social media, there are direct links to them in the description. Bye guys!